Hello, everyone. Amy Pepping coming to you from Minnesota, and we are going to talk more about Facebook. So, a lot of you have been sending me questions and comments and what you need more of. So, we are going to do several of these smaller, shorter trainings so you don't get overwhelmed because that's not a good thing. So, today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what do I post? Because people often are saying, well, you always have this post or you always have that to post, or it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I'm a wife. Yeah, I'm a mom. Yeah, I'm a business owner. I have all these things to talk about. But just because you don't have this really crazy, busy life, or your job is super boring, you don't even want to talk about, or you don't have kids, you're not married, whatever the case may be, it's okay. Because the purpose of posting on social media and sharing on social media is for you to be you. So if you don't have kids, that's fine. You're not sharing about kids. If you have a cruddy job, talk about and you're running a business, talk about how you want to get out of this job and this side business, this side hustle, this second stream of income is going to allow you to do that. Right? So the first thing I want you to think about really is how can I turn anything into a positive? Because on social media, we don't want to be negative. We don't want to share our bad anything. Okay. Yes, you can share, a tragedy. You can share something bad, like your bad job, something that you don't like, but you're sharing that and you're turning it into something positive. Okay. So keep that in mind. Maybe it's, something tragic of a family death, and you can, you know, post about mourning this death and the sadness that is within your family. But then at the end, you could simply say, I'm so grateful that I don't have to worry about taking time off from my job to spend time with my family during this hurting time. Something as simple as that. Do you see what I did? Yes, it's a bad situation. It's sad, but there's something good in everything. Everything. And so highlight the good things, even when you're talking about the bad things. All right. So, yes, talking about what's going on in life. Maybe you lead a boring life. You should find a hobby. No, but if you don't have anything really like exciting life wise to post about, maybe you're reading a book. Okay, so if you're reading a book and you're highlighting or folding over the corners or putting bookmarkers in there and you're just loving all the content that's coming to you from this book, that's a post. Okay, so instead of just like posting a quote, or don't ever take a picture of the book and just post a page full of words and expect people to read them. Take what's powerful to you, and here's the next tip: add your own words. Okay, so if you're talking about, like, I just read a book called Girl Wash Your Face. If you're a lady, you should read it. I would maybe take a couple of quotes from Rachel Hollis, the author, and I would type them out. I could take a picture of the cover of the book. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my own words, my own thoughts, how that sentence or two or three affected me, how I think about it, what it made me feel. Okay. So it's not just sharing Rachel Hollis's thoughts, it's sharing my thoughts about what Rachel shared. Okay. So a big thing on social media, like I said at the beginning, is it's all about you. You are sharing your life. And if you're constantly just sharing, like literally on Facebook, hitting the share button, that's not showing people who you really are. It's just showing people what you're interested in. And let's face it, people don't really care. They want to hear from you. They want to hear your voice. They want to hear your words. Okay. So if you're going to share something from a book, make sure that you add your own spin on it. Same goes with like a podcast or an audio, something that you're listening to. Don't just share something from that. Share how it made you feel. Share what you took out of it. Share a golden nugget from it. And you can, cite the podcast or whatever you're listening to. Type out a paragraph, whatever you're going to say about it. Maybe drop a quote from the person. And then at the bottom, you can say and actually tag the person or tag the site or whatever if you want to, of where it came from. So people know that, oh, this wasn't Amy's words. Amy's listening to this podcast and it came from this podcast on this site. Okay? So always sharing your thoughts, what you're getting out of it, not just a share button. This is cool. People don't want to see that. Okay? So those are some things. If you don't know what to post about, Google something. I mean, literally. If you are talking about health, go Google health in the news. Find something, find a topic, post about it. It's really that simple. And your post doesn't have to be exactly what your picture is. Like, I could take a selfie and do a post about health and say, you know, I try to be healthy every day, and talk about this article. And again, cite that article. Personal development. You all should be reading, listening, and reading and listening and reading and listening to a lot of things, and at least a little bit every day, and just talk about something that you took from that. It's simple. Don't overthink things. Don't overcomplicate it. Social media is an outlet for people. Like, they want to come and like see what everybody else is doing. They just want to see into your life. So share your life. It's really that simple. Don't overthink things at all. A couple of other things. Never, ever, ever, ever should you post more than 3 times a day. Ever. Okay? Never, ever post more than 3 times a day. If you have a post that you share at 9 a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m., it's still blowing up with likes, loves, comments, shares, do not post again. I don't care how good of an audio you just read, save it for the next day. Okay? Never, ever, ever post more than 3 times a day. If your one post is doing awesome, let it be, because the more that you post, think about the millions of people that are on Facebook. Everybody's posting. Facebook has to like sort through that for all your friends, right? That's the algorithm. So if you're posting and you're posting and you're posting and you're posting and you're posting, you are competing with all of your posts. You are competing with your posts. You don't want to do that, right? So keep it to 1-2 posts a day, and you should leave at least 3 hours between posts, because again, otherwise you're just competing with your own post and you don't want to do that. All right. Other ideas for what do I even post about, Amy? If you are not part of On This Day, if you don't subscribe to that, it's part of Facebook. It shows you your memories from the year before, 2 years before, however long you've been on Facebook, okay? So I go to that every single day, and maybe I have a really good post from a year ago or 2 years ago. Guess what? I use it again. I don't just copy and paste, but I copy, paste, and make some adjustments. I use a different picture. It's awesome. It's the simplest thing. Or you can take a picture from a year ago. Don't just share from this day. Copy that picture, save that picture, share it again, and just say, I cannot believe this was 2 years ago. What a fun time. Let's do it again. You know, if it was a fun vacation or something. On This Day is amazing for posts because you can use them. People don't remember what you posted 365 days ago, let alone 7 years ago. Use them. Use it all again. If it's a good post, use it. Nobody remembers. What was the other thing? Oh, read through. I'm just looking at my notes. Read through your notes. That was my thing. So if you're going to trainings, you're hopping on webinars, learning, you're doing a social media training, you're doing a generic network marketing training, you have notes, right? You should have pages and pages and pages of notes. Go back, read those notes. I can guarantee you'll find something to post about. Take one idea from your notes and just write about it. That's it. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. Read through your notes. And the last thing I'm going to share is when you see a good post from somebody else, or you see good words, a good paragraph, something that you really like, a concept, an idea, take a screenshot on your phone. You're not taking their post. You're just taking the idea. So screenshot it, save it. You know, maybe you have an album on your phone of posting ideas, and you just go back to that when you need something. And then after you use it, you just delete the picture. So don't ever steal somebody's post. Don't ever just straight copy and paste, because the Facebook algorithm will push it aside because they've seen it before. Yes, it is that smart. So don't just copy and paste, but take that idea and create it into your own. Okay? Social media is you. You need to share your life, your thoughts, your happiness, your excitement, your news, what you love. All of that is what goes on social media. If you need more help on this, definitely let me know. I'm going to post this in the Facebook group where the last one was, and you can comment there. Feel free to message me, ask me questions, and we will be doing this again for sure. I will see you next week at the same time, same place. And yes, can't wait to hear your questions. Keep them coming. I have a list. I'm going through my notes for whatever you need to hear, you need to learn. I will bring it to you. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.